Hello viewers, hello listeners, hello everyone. Thank you for joining me once again on DMAP TV. So today is day number 87 of Job Sikhala and Godfrey Sitole being in prison without bail. And I understand that today, the 9th of September, there is a bail hearing, and the CCC is calling for every Zimbabwean to come in solidarity with the Geo at the Rotterdam courts. So I have got this video that has caused much tension on Twitter and all the social media platforms of Professor Madhuku, saying that the CCC must negotiate Job Sikhala's bail rather than wait for the law.
I think that the way out is, the legal route seems to have failed, in the sense that the courts have made it clear that, they have not found any basis for releasing them on bail for now. That's what I've been following, which means that as far as the courts are concerned, the courts simply want them to stand trial and say, go to your trial. After your trial, you either be acquitted, in which case you obviously walk out of remand prison, or you are convicted and so on. I think that the best solution for these people is a political solution. As long as their party is arrogant and doing what it is doing, then it is completely failing. I'm sure they have any wrong political party. First, I must say that they have an excellent legal team.
So these were the sentiments of Professor Madhuku. He is saying that the legal route has failed. We must now utilize the political route. This involves meeting and dialoguing with even President Mnangagwa to advocate for the release of Job Sikhala. Of course, this received much criticism, especially from the people of the CCC. As I quote here, Gift Ostolo saying that, I suppose that Professor Madhuku in this instance had either smoked or imbibed something very detrimental to his otherwise final legal brains. So he was saying, no, this cannot be said by someone who is not drunk or who is not under the influence of some drug. And Professor Moyo says that in response to Osalo Siziwa's remarks, he says, this is immature and crass from CCC's deputy spokesperson. Fact is, Professor Madhuku is right. Job Sikhala's punitive pre-trial detention needs urgent resolution outside schoolboy or law school tactics. Prosecutors in constitutional democracies around the world negotiate bail terms. And also, Fadzai Mahere was quick to be on Ostalo's Siziwa, saying, despite being herself a student of Professor Madhuku at law, she felt that this time around Professor Madhuku had lost his. She says that with all due respect, this is intellectually dishonest. Professor Madhuku. Section 260 of the Constitution enshrines the independence of the Prosecutor General. The PG must be impartial and is not subject to the direction or control of anyone, not even Mnangagwa. That's the law. So now, Shiria Butareken, student, is now schooling the law, the lecturer. And I've recent sentiments from Temba Mliswa. He has been vocal on the release of Job Sikhala. He says that Professor Madhuku's advice for a negotiated release for Job Sikhala has a false spine. It seeks to give credibility and respectability to a vengeful system. This is a sheer persecution of a politician, and united voices should speak out against that. The law is the law and should be applied fairly. In this case, it's not because they are hands behind the scenes pulling strings. However, negotiating with them is a strategic mistake that gives them standing for increased abuse. Job Sikhala has already suffered. I don't believe a legislator or anyone for that matter should go through this kind of persecution. It's unjust, pathetic, and makes a country look bad. Let's push against evil and not acquiesce to it by negotiating. I went through the same during the days of Chiwuri, and I understand the pain and horror. Mine was actually homicide, but eventually I came out. The light will always win at some point.